clap on 3.
Sure.
1, 2.
2, 3. Good, happy days.
Fuck's sake.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Boytown podcast in isolation. Can we do that? Does this work? Does this camera get this?
Oh, I think it does. Look at all the
Where are they? What?
watching this.
Yeah.
You know the people.
It is weird.
You know the village people of Boytown don't know
What?
that we have installed technology and we can also see them, even though we pre-recorded this, and we can see them watching this through their webcams. And Matthew Mernon.
No.
Away,
what I would say is Carla Tonioni put on some pants.
Yeah. I mean, it would be weird if you watched the Boytown podcast clothed. You know, Davey, I think our connection. Maybe
yeah, man. Hold on.
I'm not talking about
that connection's really shit.
Yeah, let me go down to the living room.
Right. Okay. Bye bye.
No, I'm just gonna stay here.
Are you bringing this laptop with you?
Yeah.
See, this is the content the village people of Boytown want.
I mean, I feel like this
weird, bespoke.
I feel like this should just be in the episode. I'm going to go down to my sunroom.
Your son's room?
No, my sunroom, dude.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it'd be a really weird thing to say, not having a son.
You're freaking crazy. All right, man,
oh, wow.
I'm in a different room now. I'm in a different part of the house, and I feel very, very, very bisexual.
Right?
Yeah,
nice.
Bro.
That's good. That's what you want.
Where are
you know what the fans want to see? What?
Oh no.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. What'd you say, mate?
For anybody who's just listening on the audio, put a shirt over his head, the big pervert.
Yeah, I was doing what people call the Ravanelli. Or the Davanelli, if it's me, what?
Banter. How are you doing? What's going on? You feel
Man, what?
Is your pecker up? It's a phrase.
No, I feel like my pecker's like Gonzo's nose. There's a bit of solidity at the base, but it's just hanging down at the top. Like it's not. I'm a bit stressed out today. I feel like my blood pressure's high. It's boiling. People are making me angry. People are agitating me. I'm stuck in lockdown. I feel like a circus bear in a cage. I want to be let loose, and I want to just scrab the ringmaster, and I want to eat a few children from the front row, and then I just want to escape from the big top and just be a free bear.
You know, that's what
about you?
In certain scenes, the ringmaster.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually have a few DVDs with that title, but totally different content altogether. It's gay sex porn.
Man, it's good to see your face. I can't wait until we can snog again.
I know. Today is just the day that's made me go, I don't like this anymore. You know, each day's been a different challenge, and each day's been kind of fun in its own way. But today I'm like, I just want to fucking go and do something. You know, I want to go to Nando's. I want to.
You're like just Ice Cube. Today was not.
Yeah, I just want to go next door to my next door neighbor, knock a door, and shake her hand. You know, never do that ever, but I'd like to do it now. You know, honestly, that's how I feel like it is.
Do you think after all this, handshaking is going to become less of a thing? Just after it's all through?
No, I mean, I think handshaking is the ultimate thing. You know, I mean, I think throughout the history and time, handshaking is so important. And I think that we should not step away from that. But what we should definitely do is wash our hands. Like, I can't believe that this started because of two things. There were people in China who were eating bats, which is nish, don't eat bats. And number two, wash your dirty bum hands. Like, that's literally all you have to do. Just like, there's a virus spreading the world. There's a Lord virus that's spreading through the world, and it's all because of people with dirty hands and people that eat bats. Like, there are two things that are and I put up 2 fingers in both hands, which is 4. There are 2 things that are highly avoidable. All you need to do is not eat bats, and then also wash your wee hands. Like,
so you know that I'm not a hand washer, Papa Bear, but you know that in these times I am washing my hands, and that if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I haven't washed my hands since '94.
Yeah, I think you're maybe part of the problem, because you would be the sort of guy that would you would go to like St. George's Market and be like, I've got this new meat, and I'm like, what is this new meat? They'd be like, oh, it's gluten free. No, what is it? And you'd be like, oh, it's bat. You're the sort of guy that would have eaten bat and not washed your hands. You are the root source of coronavirus in the UK and Ireland. We've finally got to the bottom of it. It's you.
This week's podcast definitely called Root Source.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this video podcast right now having quite a source from their root, if you know what I mean. Ejaculating. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, hey man, let's take all your just angry energy and let's use it. Anybody you want to take shots at?
You tag me in the Troubles with 80s videos. Go and do it right now, you wee pig. Number 2, my daughter. I told her she had to go for a nap. I said, you need to be sleeping in time for Papa to do Boytown. Did she do it? Nah, refused to go to sleep. So she's in next door being punished. And by being punished, I mean she's eating grapes and watching The Jungle Book on Disney Plus, which I have paid for. All right. And then my wife, she's in there with her, I hope, looking after her. And then me, Charlie, my wee mate Charlie's in with me. Come on.
Charlie's your best friend, isn't he?
Charlie's my wee mate, but he's not coming over. You know why?
Why?
Because he's Chinese, and those guys have started the coronavirus, and he is a bad Chinese informant.
He is. You sound pretty Trump right now, my friend.
I mean, I was wearing a Make America Great Again hat earlier, just feeling good about myself, but I can't seem to find it to stick it on for the pod. So
you have a lot of Trump merchandise as a guy. But you really do. Like you've got a mug and a hat. Is that right? Anymore?
Yeah. I mean, well, whenever Trump was kind of like, when I got the hat and the mug when I was in America a few years ago, because at the time it was inconceivable that Donald Trump would become the president of the United States. He was doing all this weird shit that was like, nah, that guy will never get elected. And I thought it'll be great banter to just buy a hat and have a wee mug, a wee Trump and Pence mug. Then he won, and I'm like, oh no, I've got all this right wing merch, and people are going to be judging me. And it's kind of like, you know, if the cap fits, you wear it, and the cap does fit because it's actually a good quality piece of merchandise with a Velcro adjustable back, which is good. And another thing, just realised there, I've been working out a bit in this lockdown. I'm sort of feeling a wee bit sort of stronger. I like that.
In the video podcast, Dave is just straight up flexing, and I mean that. I know people nowadays just flexing instead of
you know, just flexing.
What would that do? Yeah. The black
that's good. You've good reach on those things, yeah. I mean, I'm interested in this microphone you've got. Yeah, no, you probably could actually. I'm interested in this mic you've got. How does it work? It's got like USB connectors, wires coming from everywhere. It's kind of it's weird.
Well, this is an original patent that I've developed and devised, and it's going pretty well. I've spent about probably 80,000 developing it, and we're looking to go to retail when this whole coronavirus blows over. I mean, the retail price I think will put a lot of people off. But
how much are you looking to retail it for?
Probably about 300,000.
I mean, I think that sounds like a steal, if I'm totally honest.
Sorry, somebody's cutting their grass around here. Can you hear it?
No, because I can't really hear very much, but it's okay because we've got our health and we're going to get through this. And you know what? Like I'm looking at my wee Fitbit here, and my heart rate's okay. You know, it's not too high. And I just need to settle down, get this podcast done. Then we both have to do Patreon podcast because Ben, the snake rat, has been blowing up on our phones, giving us shit. Do Patreons. You know what, Ben? You do one.
It must be a difficult
time
for Ben's family that live with him because there's so much shedded skin around the house.
Yeah.
And
you know what's the weirdest thing? The weirdest thing about a snake rat, you might know this because I don't know if you've read up on the kind of biology of a snake rat, but they do this disgusting thing where obviously, you know, they have the body of a snake, but with rat's arms and a rat's head. And when the skin comes off, the rat eats the skin. So Ben's just going around basically eating his own skin in their house, and it's disgusting. Horrible thought.
Shout out to Snake Rat Ben. Yeah. Davey boy, some people are listening going, you guys said Patreon. What is that?
Patreon is basically a place of secrets. It's a corridor of secrets, and it's something that you can't see.
Like John Cena?
Unless unless you are a member, you're part of the club, you know. There's some secret things going on in there, Boytown content, different bits and bobs. Also, they've made a code in there now too, where you can like put discount codes and stuff. So hopefully then whenever we finally escape and get to do a live podcast again, patrons will get a wee bit of a discount off that. So I mean, it's basically a reward scheme for people that want more Boytown and want to see more of what the boys are at. How about that?
Is it patreon.com/Boytown podcast?
Yes. It is. Oh man, does my skin look really dry to you in this, or am I all right?
You actually look very moist face-wise. But
I mean,
we've been talking about this. We've been talking about the fact that you're just straight up angry. So, like, because I'd say a lot of listeners are listening as well, and they're just a lot of people walking away.
Well, hey man, that's how it works. Listeners listen.
Yeah, listeners listen, and but listeners want to listen to a bit of positivity and a bit of happiness. So, have you got anything you'd like to tell us?
Yeah, man, we are pregnant. Not you and me. Well, in fact, are we?
Boytown baby. Technically yes, because you're having a little baby. I'm having a little baby. It's Boytown baby season.
Yeah. What? I mean, I've been wanting to tell people I've been having a little baby for a couple of weeks now, but then you hadn't told people you were having a baby. So what would have been really weird would have been like, I announced, oh yeah, I'm having a baby. When's it due? October. And then you're like, oh, I'm having a baby. Oh, when's it due? Like January. You're like, nah, July. And you're like, how does that even work?
Yeah. I mean,
but it would be a very you thing to do though.
To be like, hey, I can make the podcast next Thursday. Why not? Having a baby.
Yeah, the only person that I've seen do something similar to that was Cristiano Ronaldo. He just was like, all of a sudden, think I'm going to have a kid. And they're like, oh, nice one, Christy. And then the next week, he's like, got a kid. And you're like, how?
Yeah, but I think he got...
How does that work, Cristiano?
Or Schenkel buy and sell, I think he got his from, so...
Yeah, true. But it was also very weird because they're like, who's the mother? And then he was like, don't worry about her. And they're like, we're not worried about her. We just want to know who she is. And then he was like, oh, she's dead now. Don't worry. And they're like, that's weird. But thankfully, Cristiano's found himself I think it's a wife now that he's just having normal children with, and not just Cristiano Jr., who's maybe kind of like some sort of Superman water baby.
Well, that's what I was
super child.
That's her full name, Mother of the Water Babies.
Hey, Cristiano or the mother woman?
Yeah, Cristiano's called
the mother of the water babies.
Cristiano's called the father of the water babies.
That's a very solid name for him, to be fair.
I'm gonna change the
what I like?
All CR7 pants. The father of the water baby.
I mean, I don't know how sweet that would be in a branding term, but I would definitely wear a pair myself. You know what else I'd like to see?
What?
You know where you can like have birth in a birthing pool? Like they get whenever Ronaldo Jr. was squeezed out, did he just like go right underneath and into the water system and just take himself off as the lead water baby?
He came back 3 months later with a tan and those rosary bead necklaces everybody wears at the time.
I like that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very keen. I like the idea that you will have 2 children. I think a lot of the listeners will be like, you know, Davey just looks like a guy who would have a lot of kids. You know?
Yeah, but a lot they mean like on the payroll, not as his own children. Like I look like I'm a guy that enforces slave labor, I think is what a lot of people think.
The fartful dodger.
Yeah, the fartful dodger. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that works because I am quite a flatulent guy, but as you know, my farts or poos don't smell.
This is a totally unfounded myth that you've tried to peddle for a long time.
And there's only one time that it's actually been proven to be false, and that was the time before your Ulster Hall show, and I just fully like had a really like bad stomach, and I don't know what the heck. There was a thing going around, wasn't it? Like there was an actual. It wasn't like coronavirus.
You caught it.
But it was a thing like where people just got loads of shit, and I didn't think I had it. And then anytime I stood up, I had the shit, so that was awkward. And then I ended up missing your second show with the shits. And then luckily I made it back to your waterfront show last year and was able to just sit in the wings and drink some beers, and it was a good time.
Some,
it was nice.
Some beers. I mean, I miss stand-up so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something, isn't it, that you do miss? Like, I'm excited to do some new stuff. I got a book, How to Be a Great Stand-Up, which I'm quite looking forward to reading and try to maybe teach myself again how to do stand-up because I haven't done it in so long.
Every time someone buys that book, I get a quid. So that's kind of handy for me, dude. But yeah. There's going to be Boytown Baby. Should we have a Boytown Baby merch range?
I mean, are we talking about like baby grows?
Yeah, baby grows, but they're all adult sized.
Oh yeah, that'll be sweet. I thought you meant like have our babies do some sort of bespoke photo shoot and get them put on t-shirts for people to wear.
Yeah, there's wee birds eating my grass seed out there. The wee fuckers. No.
Eating your grass seed?
Yeah, no. I'm like a shit Dr. Dolittle. I can't talk to these animals. They're not moving.
I mean, that'd be a funny sketch.
Bastards. Oh, yeah, the shit Dr. Dolittle.
No, the guy, because Dr. Dolittle's obviously a vet, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a guy, but eventually what will happen is Dr. Dolittle will retire, and then there'll just be a new fella come in, but not be able to speak to animals. And everyone will be like, Dr. Dolittle could sort everything out, and you just be like, oh, for fuck's sake, fuck Dolittle.
Dr. Do even less.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're dads. Well, you are already a dad. Fucking hell, there's too many of them. I need to get out here. Sorry. They all shit themselves, unfortunately, on my grass.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, hey, change your camera angle. You're just ahead with a really weird background.
Nah, man. What's happened was I just took a wee bit of a chill and a recline in my seat. So that was...
do you know what?
I'm like Kieran Bartlett in bed.
For anybody who doesn't know,
I'm Kieran Bartlett asleep.
We went to Rathlin Island on a trip. Hello to the boys. And the next morning, we'd all had like a load of drinks, and we were all sleeping in like a 8-man dormitory. And the next morning, I was in the bunk, I think above Kieran, or no, over to one side, but I could look down and see Kieran Bartlett. And I looked down, and I was like, oh fuck, Kieran Bartlett died overnight. And then it turns out, as Kieran explained, he sleeps fully on his back with his arm by his side and his legs together, and he pulls the blanket right up to half of his face to, and I quote, make sure his nose stays warm during the middle of the night.
I mean, it's an issue I've never thought about my whole entire life. But
I was like, Kieran, you look like you're at a wake and it's your own,
Yeah, he looked very corpsey that day in particular.
Yeah.
But it was funny from him.
With the snog him. I mean, do you miss physical contact with people? I really do.
I mean, not really. I just miss I miss having my parents available to look after Holly, to be fair, because she's doing my loafing in this house. I miss getting rid of her for a few hours, but that's about it. And I miss Nando's, let's be totally honest. I do. I miss Nando's.
You like it when any place of work looks after their staff, and when Nando's announced that they were like closing, they were like, we're doing this for our staff, for the welfare of our staff. I was like, look, if I could pay enough of them to work the grill, could we keep it open? And I feel like we both know some staff there from going to the Dublin Road Run 9 times a week.
Yeah.
I feel like possibly we're getting to the point where I ring them up and I'm like, could I send a courier to deliver me the keys of Nando's? And then I could stay in the house and elongate my fingers all the way to the Dublin Road.
You can't cut. By the way, you can't refer to them as that. You refer to them as an Indian man.
What do you mean, the courier?
You don't call them couriers. That's very inappropriate.
No, I meant like couriers, like.
Like a courier, right? Okay, sorry. That's my mistake. I misinterpreted what you're saying there. Sorry. Oh no. So that's cool.
I just miss being able to like smack you in the back of the head and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's also shit as well. See, when people are like, "Hey guys, we're on lockdown. Don't worry. If you can't get the Nando's, here's some recipes to make Nando's at home." Here's the thing: you can't make Nando's at home because it's fucking Nando's.
Yeah,
You know, you can put Nando sauce on your own chicken, but you're not making the same chippies. You're not making the same, in your case, chopped up avocado with a little bit of pineapple. You need Nando to do it. You can't make Nando's rice without Nando's secret, you know,
right.
which sounds like the sort of underwear I want to wear. You know, it sounds much more appealing. Yeah. Tell you what, if you could get a pair of briefs that would make men or women's nether regions taste like Nando's, there'd be a lot more 69ing, let's just say, without being vulgar.
Without being vulgar. Without coming across as a rude cunt. Let me say this. Fuck's sake.
My favorite sexual position is the 96, just where you lie top to tail in bed with your wife facing opposite ends, your back to each other. That's what I like to do when I'm in bed with no contact. Yeah,
I like that.
So what we're saying is, get in touch with the podcast if you like the 69 guys. Just let us know if that's good for you.
Do you think honestly people will be doing that to the podcast? You reckon
what's 69 in it?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you go about 69 in a podcast?
On a podcast, well, you and me would have to be a lot taller.
All right, okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. I thought you meant people doing it with their laptops and people doing it with their phones. Oh no, we've got a guest. Come here. I think a little guest did a pee in the potty.
You're the new host.
Hey! Who's that, man?
Are you behaving? Are you behaving?
Can you say hiya? Oh no.
Hiya.
She'll like the way she matches the curtains.
Ollie, looking good.
Wow.
Looking good.
What did you do? Did you do a PP?
Yeah.
Wow, in the potty?
Yeah.
Yay!
Well done, Holly.
That's great.
Your daddy can't even use a potty.
Yeah, but guess what? No, but guess what? You can't. The thing about it is, kiddo, you can't. You also can't stand up because you're not wearing any pants because you've just been to the toilet. So that would be entirely inappropriate. Yeah. But what I would say to you to do, is, would you like to leave?
I think you better leave right now.
She wants to stay.
Yeah, let her stay. Holly.
Look at the face.
Holly, should we do the questions?
I mean, let's see. You having a nice time?
Yeah.
Do you like being on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to be a co-host of the podcast? Let's see. Do you want to get the earphones on?
Yeah. Get the earphones on. Holly.
There we go. This is the joy of isolation. We get oh no. We get the sort of content that you wouldn't get normally in our studio because we have a strict no children allowed policy. Which is
a lot of people have said that the intellectual level has just jumped up on the podcast.
Yeah. What's great is my wife Catherine there is trying to lure Holly, and you can just see Holly going, "No."
Dave.
Why does she talk exactly like you?
Dave, get Holly to say as well.
Hold on. Let me see. No. Whoa. What do you want me to get her to say?
Just get her to say a bad word.
You want these on? Hold on.
Yes. Okay. Say a bad word. Holly. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Holly.
Who's that? What's it? Be careful what you're saying now to her.
Holly.
What's he saying to you?
Hit your daddy on the nose.
Can you say shut up?
Mommy, too.
Oh. Can you say shut up, Mr. Shane?
Holly.
Yeah.
No. Holly, don't pick your
nose.
nose.
No, don't pick your nose. Come on. You're embarrassing me here.
Are you going to say hello to the listeners?
Oh, wow. I have no idea what she's been saying to you there, what you've been saying to her.
Look,
hold on, she's going to go get some grapes. Go get some grapes. Go back.
I asked her to do something. She refused to do it. You showed a little bit of etiquette there.
Oh, no.
I asked her
no, it's okay. You asked her to what?
I asked her to punch you on the nose, but she wouldn't do it.
Oh, no, that's really sly.
I'm
glad, actually. Yeah, she wanted to co-host it, but I'm glad, to be honest, now she's gone because Catherine's about to give her some grapes, and she was starting to say daddy, and the only thing is she can't pronounce her G's, so she's been kind of going about saying the phrase daddy rapes. I'm like, shh, you can't say that.
Yeah, nip that in the bud.
Nip that one in the bud. So I'm just happy she's away before she fully get into that. But yeah, that's her first experience in this podcast. There you go.
I mean,
What a,
I feel like the ideal thing for us would be in a couple of years, we sort of take the foot off the gas and we just sort of, we're exec producers of the podcast and just our kids produce it, or host it, sorry.
Yeah. And we already know, I know we have discussed names for your impending child, and you've only got one name that you're going to call
Alan
it,
Todd.
boy or girl. Yeah, Alan Todd.
Todd.
So what's Alan?
Todd's first name? It's Alan Todd Todd.
Alan Todd.
Yeah.
I like that. What would Alan Todd be? If you were to speak to Alan Todd right now, what would Alan Todd have to say?
You'd have to ask him a question directly.
Alan, what's it like, being inside the womb currently? Do you want out? Do you want to just, get on with things, or you?
No, sorry, hold on. I think it'd be too weird to talk to my actual baby, but you can talk to our established Boytown character, Alan Todd, who's already.
Oh, but Alan Todd, I think Alan Todd is actually, Alan Todd hasn't been born yet. Alan Todd's back inside the womb. So does Alan want out? Alan, what do you miss? Like, obviously we're all in lockdown here, but what do you miss about being locked in the womb?
The reason I know that that's Alan Todd is he would refuse. Alan Todd set in his ways. Alan Todd, even though there's a lockdown, likes to have a big cooked breakfast in the morning that he makes himself a big fucking fry up. Then he likes to read the newspaper, and then I'll be honest, Alan Todd goes out for about 6 hours a day.
But where does he go?
Belfast City Centre.
And what does he do?
He usually just kicks in the back door, smashes window of bars, and gets himself in for a pint of fucking down bitter.
I could see Alan Todd heading to the Morning Star, maybe the bookies.
Yeah, he's still actually winning at the bookies, which is weird because there's no sport on, but he's coming out with like 50, 60 quid a time.
I mean, again, sometimes people might be like, Dave sometimes flirts on the line of racism, but I'm going to say in some of those places out to that sort of far east of the world, there's going to be some sports going on. There's going to be like underground fights, cockfighting. I think what we need to do is find more things to bet on. We need to go further afield.
You think in Afghanistan there's a couple of naughty boys playing Kirby?
Yeah, I would say so. And also probably just shooting other people. Like, I mean, they make games out of the wildest things, those guys. And that's his TV show I want. Dave travels to find out what the weird games are across the world. That would be the working title.
Do you remember in Rambo they were playing that sort of game, that they were playing like polo, except instead of being on horses, they were on camels and they were throwing a bit of dead sheep or something? Yeah,
that was a nice time. Do you also remember in The Deer Hunter? Have you seen that film? Well, they played the game of Russian roulette. I think that'll be good for a live podcast.
Isn't The Deer Hunter? It's not a film about some weird young guy who likes to go out with grannies.
Yeah, but again, that's on the porn shelf with the Lord of the Rings, that version. But I think we're being a wee bit. We're moping a bit. There's definitely more sports that we've not experienced that would be enjoyable.
Well, I do know that a lot of people are playing sports over their garden fences, like what do you call it, badminton and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun. I mean, when someone hits it over, if you want to play it right and stay up with like health regulations, when someone hits a shuttlecock over, you obviously have to stop, pick the shuttlecock up, go in, disinfect it, dry it, and then hit it back across. So it's not as fun as
true. And also, I live in the middle of two old ladies.
You'd be cleaning up.
I know. I would whip them, and I'm too competitive to let them win,
What about a bit of volleyball over the fence?
I would just spike it right into their wee decrepit faces. Have some of that.
I
was always good at volleyball.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like a challenge.
I mean, that's a game we could do. Badminton, I'm also not bad at. You strike me as the sort of guy that's handy with the shuttlecock.
Take out the shuttle and you're on to something. But yeah, I'm definitely good at badminton. Aaron Butler claims, I think, our friend Aaron Butler claims to be, I think, the best badminton player in Europe.
You know what? I think I've played badminton with him before and he is good. I'm not sure if I have. I do think I have, though.
Right.
But, I mean, he doesn't have, I've seen him play football and he's quite fit, but he doesn't have, he doesn't have motor skills. So I think that should be something that you could bring to the fore in badminton,
Yeah.
If you could get him to just sort of tire out, you could take him.
Are you better than me at?
Pardon?
What sports are you better than me at?
rugby,
Yeah.
powerlifting. I mean, in my head, I would say on appearance, darts, but you have those long arms and fingers that you could just pop it into the board. Like, that's just like, boom. You know, it'd be really shit playing darts with you. I recall this being quite similar at pool when we played on Rathlin. You know, I do
Yeah.
recall that.
Yeah. Yep. I'd love a game of pool right now.
Yeah, so would I. And
I'd
I'd
love
imagine you'd be better at me than foosball. I'm very shit at it.
I'm not great at foosball either. I think I'd be a better swimmer than you for sure.
Oh yeah, you're definitely. But I tell you what, you're not as good a floater. Like if you're talking the manatee Olympics, I just get in the water and I'm just a human sea cow. Like I could float around for days. Like, you'd be a better swimmer. I'd be better at sumo.
You'd be better at sumo. I'd be better at basketball.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't think you'd understand the concept of basketball, and I think you always just ran with the ball, you know, like never bounced it.
I'll tell you a true story. I got a detention in school once when we were playing basketball because I didn't want to play basketball. Put it like that, right? I didn't. I wanted to play football. I'd been told we were playing five-a-side football for a week, and I was excited to play five-a-side in school. Pardon?
That's a long game.
Yeah, well, and then when the week came, they were like, actually, we're playing basketball. So I threw the hump. I ran on a bit with the ball. Mrs. Carlin was like, you can't run with the ball. And I went, can I not? And I dropped the basketball and booted it off the wall and stormed out, and she gave me a detention.
I mean, that's very, very bold from you, but I like it.
Yeah, you gotta be. You know what else I'm very good at? You know the French game, Bulls?
Yes, which is like balls, but said with the Mike McGoldrick accent.
Yeah, I'm very good at that. I think what we should do is some sort of unique sports challenge. What about that? Where we play like lesser known sports, like skill games together, and just see who comes out on top.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do a wee series of that. Speaking of wee series, Troubles with the 80s has just gone nuts. I put it up last night, episode 1. Just be like, we'll put something up, see what happens. Oh. What do we do?
Yeah, and have you gone on and changed the wee thing at the end where you go at Dave Elliott's in it so people can come along and follow my bizarre approach?
You put your own one up. People aren't going to be like, I need to check out this guy's stuff because he's tagged in this. Put the video up yourself and people will see it.
Yeah.
Go, oh, shit.
Yeah, but I've put that shit up before. But if you were just tag me, then people might be like, oh, that's that big beard guy that hangs around with Shane. I always wondered what his name is. And they might just tune into my stuff, you know? And I might be able to put some food on the family table as well, you know?
I'm tagging.
But you know what? It has it not made you think, like we had a discussion, we were going to retire the Troubles with the 80s. I think we've got a couple of episodes written. We just need to do it when this is all said and done.
I would like to do a longer thing with it, you know, because we get to film it so rarely because there's a lot of moving pieces there. So
we'd also talked about doing a live show, remember, at one point?
Yeah, like a wee
Christmas show in the Opera House. The Troubles with Christmas, I think we called it.
Troubles with Christmas would be great, right? That
yeah. Well, why don't we get in touch with some people? Why don't we get in touch with some people and say we want to make this? We want to make longer ones. What do you think? You're gonna give us some money and we'll make it. Don't know what that voice is. It's not Trump, but I like it. You're gonna give us some money and we're gonna make it.
It's Trump, but he's a little bit of a wisecracker.
Hey, what's your favorite ever video? Like just a video that's been viral that you just love to watch, like not like a sketch or something, but just some person doing a video like on their own phone. What's your favorite? Because I know mine.
Either balling with my bros. Why you lying though? Why you always lying? You know that one?
Yeah.
Or no, the number one is the guy at the traffic lights in America. And a car, there are people in a car.
Yes.
And he sings
the ginger guy.
Sasha Bedingfield, yeah, that.
Yeah. That is so great. And what's also weird about that is he looks exactly like one of my sister's best friends. And anytime I see said best friend, I just really laugh my head off. But you know what? Have I sent you the video of like the guy who's pretending he's going in to order a pizza in New York?
Send me it now.
All right, hold on. Let me try and find it because I actually want you to watch this. So I think I've sent it to you before, but to me, I think there's a lot of cheering going on there. It might have been picked up on the mic. I think Holly's just done a poo in the potty. We're doing some potty training. That's good news. But my rule. I don't leave the podcast to go and cheer. She needs to bring the poo to me for me to give it the stamp of approval.
Bring the poo to me.
I found it. I found a video.
Right.
I found it. I'm going to send it to you, right? Pardon?
You sending me this on WhatsApp or are you tagging me in it?
Yeah, I'm sending you in on WhatsApp. There you go. I want you to watch it and play it so it picks up on the mic anyway.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've sent me this, but I can't remember what's in it.
Yeah, can I get a sausage and mushroom pizza? Hey, how you doing? Can I get a sausage and mushroom pizza? How you doing? Hey, get sausage and mushroom pizza. How you doing?
That's enjoyable. That's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Davey, should we go into listeners' questions? Should we get it going?
Yeah, man. Can you get a big one up on Twitter and then I can get elsewhere? Oh, no.
What?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pause for a wee second here to make sure that my sound's recording still.
Yeah. Don't pause. You just go ahead. You try. You do what you're doing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You haven't been recording your sound?
No.
It's okay. We can use the sound from this.
Oh, well. And that'll keep recording?
Yeah.
So it's coming through my mic anyway?
Yeah, it's coming through your mic anyway on this.
Oh, praise be to God. Because I just hit play on GarageBand rather than record. Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry for that.
You
Hopefully
fucking
still
idiot.
finished
You didn't
this.
put the cover questions out on Twitter?
I did.
You didn't?
I definitely did, because Nathan Cosilia asked me a question.
Did you put it out on yours or Boytown?
Oh, no, I hope I haven't done it on mine. Oh, no, probably I've done it on mine, haven't I? This is what I'm telling you. I have had such a shit day today, and this is all my fault.
Right. Turn your mic up a wee bit if you can do me a favor.
Yeah.
You can go into your audio settings and turn it up. Count to 3.
Okay, let me see. Audio.
What? While you do that.
That's as high as I can go. There you go.
No, go into your audio settings and go to microphone.
Audio settings. Select the microphone.
Yeah, and then there's a volume.
Microphone.
Audio settings, and then there's a microphone input volume thing. And just turn her up, you dirty boy. While you do that.
Oh, audio settings. Sorry,
yes.
baby.
Yeah, while you do that, Wormball says, any chance of a Twitch live podcast from both of you bunkers? I don't know what bunkers means. That to me means you skip in front of somebody in the queue. Live, I don't know what live Twitch podcast is. Do you, Dave?
No, I don't have a Twitch podcast. First of all, I'm sorry I put that on my own Twitter. Oops.
No, that's fine. I mean, if I were you, I'd be like, why did you put that on your own Twitter? You need to put it on the Boytown one. Tag me. Tag me. Tag. You're it.
There's something wrong with you.
Kisses. Kisses. Nathan Concelia says, definitely turn your
shouting going on in the background there. It's stressing me out.
I turn your mic up though. Nathan Concelia says, hello boys, what's the verdict on black pudding? Tasty treat or bloody disaster? Hashtag fuck corona. Hashtag so Wuhan.
I mean, I enjoy black pudding.
Will your microphone turn up no more?
I have auto adjusted it so as it picks up my voice and the level it should be at. You crazy goat.
Oh wow! So black pudding.
I mean, I can turn it up. Is that better?
Yeah.
Does that sound nicer to you now?
Yes, very much so.
Right. Okay. There you go.
So I would say I think black pudding is disgusting, and I don't like to eat it. I don't like what it is, but I would say that my co-host loves it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a black pudding guy. I like all kinds of black pudding. I'm into that. You know what I mean? And once you go black pudding, you don't go back pudding. Put it like that. Um, Let me see. That's all the questions on Twitter, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. This one's from Minnie Bowl. Bizarre name. Your lecturers at the world famous University of Life. What are your subjects? A lot of people seem to have studied being a mummy and being a mad bastard. What would yours be?
Tap. I'm very, very accomplished tap dancer. So probably
Nice.
tap and the film Rush Hour.
Nice.
I've just seen it a lot of times.
Very niche. Mine would probably be, just dishing out.
Dishing out?
Just dishing it out. Whatever it is, I'm dishing
What are
it
you
out.
dishing out?
Just dishing out truth bombs, mate. That's all I'm doing. Just letting people know
Can you give us
what's
one now?
happening. Yeah, I mean, you're going to struggle whenever you can't get your hair cut. There's a truth bomb. So what are you going to do? You're going to shave it off? Are you going to do that just shave around the back and sides that you do and leave the top? I don't know. I'm worried for you. Are you going to grow the mod haircut back? What's going to happen?
I'm probably going to shave it myself around the back and sides.
Around the back and sides?
Yeah. Just
That'll
do the
be
back and
interesting.
sides myself.
You know what? I just want to say, like, I've been talking about shaving my head for a while because, as you can see, it's kind of like, it's kind of like it's like a garden that's had children playing in it. At the beginning, it was a good, solid lawn, but then family came along. Kids started playing ball, and they put a swing at the back where the feet keep hitting, and it's just scuffed. But at the end of the day, it served its purpose. It lured me a wife, and now it's time to go. But now you have all these fuckers that are shaving their head because it's banter and isolation. You have those bloody Bartlett boys, Kieran and Mickey, have shaved their head. They aren't, well, Kieran's not going bald, they don't need to be doing that. They're mocking me, whereas I need to do it, and this would have been a great time to do it. But now every Tom, Dick, and Harry's doing it. So
Why aren't you doing it now? Although you've been
out.
saying for way too long you're going to do it, and people are like, "Nah, he always says that." Why haven't you done it?
Yeah, because you know what? There's a person in my life who means a lot to me, and that person.
Yes, and he's telling you to do it.
No, that person is saying don't do it. Now, I am going to do it probably soon enough, but a bit of me wants to, see, whenever I do shave my head, if I'm in isolation, 100%, I'm only going to shave the top bit and keep the back and sides, just to look like a wee old man, just for my own crack. And then once I eventually get out, I'll shave the rest of it to match. But I think a few days of me. Pardon?
What agenda does she have against you for wanting you to keep it? I mean, don't get me wrong. Right now, it looks, see up to that level where your headphones are, looks sweet. But behind the headphones, you're right. It looks like a family's moved in and wrecked a garden. And you're saying it looks like they've wrecked it with their feet. It also looks like the kids have gone about with a spade and dug a lot of it up.
Yeah, and also I think a lot of my hair is a lot like a metaphor. It's a lesson to teach people. It's a lot like you look at Ted Bundy, and you look at him, and a lot of people would be looking at him and kind of getting horny. They'd be looking at him going, there's a sexy guy, wouldn't mind fucking him, Yeah. But then you look deeper, you look inside, you see he's actually completely fucking decimated and horrific. And that's
your hair's a
kinda
metaphor for Bundy's compassion.
Yeah, exactly. And for any of you guys that don't know it, Ted Bundy's not. Hold on, Ted Bundy is not a good guy, and that's true, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not a good guy, but we'll speak about good guys and get some more pictures. Pictures, questions. I don't know why am I a 10-year-old? Let's get some more. Let's get some more pictures up here, and we'll talk about idiot, right? Oh wow.
Americano.
This is a message from, I think, I don't want to get this name wrong, but I think it's Georgia Teague.
Yep.
I don't want to pronounce that wrong in case any Republicans get offended, but we'll be careful. But what she said is, you guys are sly as fuck. Just listened to the podcast and realized that you didn't read the quack that I wrote. Know your mates. # make Boytown not sly again. So should I read her quacked?
Yeah, by the way, it better be an absolute belter because there was maybe a reason we didn't read it out. Hashtag no offense. Hashtag.
Yeah, let me see. Good morning, Papa Bear and the Man Boy Cheeky. Good start.
Yep.
In the 1982 classic Blade Runner, we see cute young Harrison Ford fighting unyummy alien robot babies. Yuck. Not cum. However, in a dramatic turn of events, he falls in love with one of the robots who he was tasked with to kill for the sake of humanity. In the movie ending, he ends up marrying and bucking the weird robot. Spoiler alert. But my question is, which one of the Boytown hybrid creations would be the first to try and annihilate the citizens? Would the water babies be able to protect? Would it be an individual who's been forgotten about by his negligent mummy and daddy, and as a result has grown strength and angst, such as Mr. Nigglesworth, Lil Bow Wow, or Snipper Shankle? And lastly, does the Boytown Towers have a contingency plan for these events? That was decent, to be fair.
10 out of 10, really enjoyable. I apologize. You're back in. That was really good. I think the number one person you'd really have to worry about would be Gary Pingu just getting off his nut, especially in isolation, and just wrecking
the man, Gary Pingu.
All right, Gary Pingu, I'm losing my fucking heat.
Right, here's a thing. Would people like us? This is an idea I'm having here. Normally, when you and I have ideas, what was it? My thoughts were called. Remember, we did something in the podcast that you made me do every week, and it was called was it my mind? Something to do with my mind. It was like something thoughts, wasn't it? Tinfoil thoughts. Is that a thing? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So normally, if we have sketch ideas, we would run them by each other privately before we say it out loud. But would Boytown listeners be keen for us in isolation to do Patreon content where perhaps we do a few sketches as some of the characters? So perhaps like a Gary Pingu vox pop or something, and we just see how that goes.
What about five? What about Perry Comover and Gary Pingu present tips for self-isolation?
Oh, there you go. I'm going to have to go to a shop and buy 5 packets of bacon and wrap it around some books, but it sounds like a good idea. What about bedtime stories with
Gary Pingu?
What's his name? No, what's the old man called?
Perry Comover.
Perry Comover, yeah. That'll be a nice time. We'll talk about that after, but that's a good idea. And well done, Georgia, for getting that into our thoughts. Oh, Glenn Lindsay, will Dave ever shave his head? Hashtag King of the Mountain. Yeah, we've said that. But my wife doesn't like it. She likes to run her hands. But would you like to see me do, like I said, shave? She
likes to run her hands.
Would you like to
see? Run your fingernails.
Would you like to see this bit gone and these bits kept?
Yeah,
or would you like to see me go for some sort of like emo thing and just keep the front and just have it?
I would like to see you have a Craig David goatee, right? That goes the whole way around, like the moustache and the beard, and then just one line for the hair.
I mean, look at this beard. It's very well trimmed.
Beard's looking good.
It's very sexy. The beard's.
If your head was upside down, you'd be winning.
I'd be dope. Davey Witt has said, if you two guys were like Joe Exotic and had 2 husbands, and kept wild animals, what would your signature animal be?
Definitely. Like with us, it wouldn't be the average thing. It wouldn't be the average thing. So I'm gonna say like we could have really, really just. What about like jellyfish with glitter on them, something like that?
Yeah, I mean that would definitely be good. You'd be the sort of guy I'd be like, oh, I can just lift this out and pet it, and then get really horrifically sting. That would be something that would happen to you.
By the way, am I not 1,000% the sort of guy that Joe Exotic would add to his collection?
Yeah, you definitely are, for sure. I mean, I also think you would have maybe, like out your back in cages, very possibly like sassy Latino people, that would just be wearing like wee chokies and hot pants, and you can't.
Hello, mister.
Like, come out and scrap you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they lure you in with compliments and then scrap. Daniel Houston has said, oh, wow. Would you rather have a flight delayed by 14 hours or lose your luggage?
fuck. To be honest, nowadays, 14 hours in the airport, if you're in a decent airport, it's going to be all right. NBC, the money told usually in lounge anyway, so every day, no big deal. But at the same time,
I'd hate to lose my luggage.
Yeah, but then again, you keep a lot of like prized possessions around with you, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know what my prized possession used to be? I don't know why I'm going to tell you this and why I've never told you before, and I don't know why it came into my head, but I lost it when I was a kid. Like, I must have been about 15 when I lost this thing, and when I lost it, the item, I lost it, and like lost it. It was a rabbit's foot, like a lucky rabbit's foot that I just brought everywhere with me. It was like, people had their like blankies and stuff. I had this legitimate rabbit's foot on a wee thing that I just brought everywhere with me.
So many questions. Is this why you made Gary Pingu in a phone call say that he'd left rabbit's foot? Was that it?
I don't think so. I might have subliminally been it, but yeah,
okay, three questions.
That's probably the weirdest thing.
Three questions.
Go ahead.
Number one, where did you get the rabbit's foot? Number two, why did you
My
take
granny
it
gave it to me.
And number three, how do you not think that is the weirdest thing of all time?
One, my granny gave it to me. Two, she told me it had been an heirloom in the family and brought people luck, and it was like a real honor to be given this thing. So that's why I carry this tradition on. So keep this rabbit's foot. And then thirdly, I just thought that people had good luck charms back in the day. Like, I also thought for a period of time it was legitimately wise to have a dream catcher above your bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, with hindsight, I probably, if I still had the rabbit's foot, I probably would keep it in a drawer beside my bed. I wouldn't carry it about me, but I wouldn't throw it out.
You're a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a human's foot. It's different, but
that's so weird.
Yeah.
I had a dream catcher, but it stopped working because I forgot to empty it, so it just got clogged up.
Right. Okay. Well, of course, I get you.
How many more questions we got?
We've got a couple more, and then that'll do us. I don't know what we've been like for time because I've been playing the.
I think we're sweet.
Yeah, well, Matthew Mernon.
Good morning.
I see plenty of DJs doing live streamed sets these days. What's the chances that Dickie's System and Masterlight give the nation the boost it deserves?
I mean, Dickie's System and Masterlight are essentially on Radio Ulster every Friday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's a manifestation.
There's a character that was probably on a par with one of my favourite moments. See, when you were phoning people up telling them your name was Richard System, that was one of my favourite moments in life. Why that name made me laugh so much, I don't know, but it was great. The amount of times you said Richard System, oh my God.
What about Masterlight?
In fact, there's a sketch for you.
What, DJ Richard System?
DJ Richard System spinning decks.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah, Friday, Radio Ulster, NBC and Papa Bear, the Money Toad, and Uncle L himself on BBC Radio Ulster spinning rave tunes. And we'll maybe try and get a master at some point.
Here's one from John Joe Flood. Fuck, marry, snog. Joe Exotic, Carol Baskin, and Snake Rat Ben.
Did you say fuck, marry, snog?
Yeah.
All right, definitely fuck Joe Exotic, because my man definitely has something going on to get these boys in, So I'm definitely going to say fuck Joe Exotic.
What I loved was the fact that this sentence has never been said before, but I'm going to do it. Joe Exotic's husbands weren't gay.
Yeah, no.
What magic does he have? Like, to me, if you're a man and you have a husband, it's a bit gay.
Nope.
Even a bit. But like, see his mate with his husband with no teeth that had a tattoo on his crotch that said "property of Joe Exotic." I loved that. That was great. But then he was kind of like
not gay.
No,
I wouldn't marry Carol Baskin because we know what happened before, so I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So I would have to marry Snake Rat Ben and snog Carol Baskin.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that outcome as well. Also, my favorite guy in the Joe Exotic Tiger King series was Bagvan Doc Antle. He was my kind of guy.
You did Theo Vaughan's podcast this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for sure going to listen to
It's
that.
really,
What
it's really good.
is Bagvan good on it?
Yeah, really good.
Did they ask him about like his sex cult at all?
Yes.
And does he
He's
go
like,
into it a bit?
he's like, they say I'm married to all these women and I have all these girlfriends. He's like, Netflix are sly because a lot of the women shown were like either my daughters or like granddaughters or like some of my wife's friends. He's like, I'm not married to half these people.
I actually love that from him.
I
I know.
They
He's
were
like,
like, there's
yeah.
one of his wives. He's like, no, it's just my male woman.
I like that, but I mean, you got to admit, Bagvan's decent guy. Like he's entertainment.
Yeah, he's funny in that podcast. You should check it out.
Did he mug off Carol Baskin at all? He doesn't like her.
A wee bit, yeah.
But I mean, I didn't like her either. But maybe that's how it's portrayed. You know why Netflix do that? They portray things a certain way to get you really into it. Like with Making a Murderer, and they're like, Stephen Avery didn't kill her. Here's the thing: see the guys like sitting on their Facebooks and all, being like, release Stephen Avery. I'm gonna say probably the FBI had a bit more info to be like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe you know the way that woman's hair and body and bones and stuff were in his house burnt up.
Not ideal.
Probably go with that rather than I've got a hunch.
Yeah.
Go with my hunch. Release Avery. Avery's nephew, who was without doubt bit of a dunce. Let him out. He's just you'd have said anything to him like, and he'd have gone with it. You know. Last question of the day was John Joe Flood because I read Mini Bowl first. So there we have it. That's that.
All right, that was pretty beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to apologize to people if my sound shite because I didn't hit record. Oops.
Yeah.
But it was because your nice face came up in front of the screen. I just assumed, you know, it was ticking, but it was just playing, not recording. Oops. But
All
look,
right,
we'll
man.
get through it and we'll do a wee Patreon each, won't we? And we'll try and make some content with the characters.
Yep. Love you, brother.
Yes, you too. I take it you deal with the tech this side and send it out there?
You plug my
Right, okay,
podcast,
you-
I'll plug yours.
Yeah, right. Do the plugs and stuff. Get on Patreon. Check out what we've got. Rate and review and subscribe and just have a nice time.
Have a nice time. Hope the Boytown Kingdom, hope the citizens are safe and well and
Is
enjoying
this the thing we're doing now? Are we touching fingers through the camera?
Love you.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yes, you too, mate. See you later. Bye.